Look, I know y'all are service. I've been off for 2 days, and when that happens, 3 days, I got to retrain me.
Oh, yeah.
It was a long weekend. So, what's going on there, gentlemen? What's the news? I mean, you had a nice little break, I presume. Y'all had a good couple of days off.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful weekend.
Yeah, I enjoyed the lake and some nice weather. Long weekend.
Yeah.
I think the good thing about that is now we got a short week.
Well, that's a good thing. Yes? No?
Yeah, definitely a good thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, quite the ominous-looking cloud base just to the south. Yeah, that's the warm front. So if you do notice that there may be some showers or storms coming through here later in the afternoon, but right now there's nothing showing up on the radar except one big thunderstorm down there, probably north of Detroit Lakes. So, Rydell Car Talk. So if you've got service questions and the beautiful little ride that y'all came in on, that's you want to talk a little bit about that, because that's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, that's my new mobile service rig that we got. Trying to get out and do some recalls, do some light diagnosing and whatnot for some customers. We've been doing this for about a year, but we finally got our van here. We ordered it quite a few months ago. I think about 8 months ago, and finally got it about 3 weeks ago. So we're doing some Mobile Service Plus, going out, doing servicing on vehicles in people's parking lots where they work. Just trying to make everybody happy.
Yeah, well, the service comes to you as needed, I'm sure. And that's a fully mobile unit where you've got everything that you possibly need. Well, probably 99% of it.
If not, I bring it.
Because you know what you're going out to do. So
not always,
but no. You're a pretty kind of flexible guy. You can do lots of stuff.
I got enough years in to kind of know what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. So if you've got a question at 775-5559, you know how to do that. You call. We'll go ahead and ask the question. We'll get an answer. And if it just by chance happens to be something that they don't know, rare though that might be, you just never know, because sometimes this audience will try to throw you a zinger just to go ahead and get you. They do that to me all the time. They know exactly who to talk to and where to go. We'll just throw everything back on Arden. We'll just blame everything on Arden. So we'll just keep him up.
Yeah, McLovin knows enough.
Yeah. So what's kind of the big service problem as we get into the summer season? What's the thing that folks should be thinking about?
Batteries are another thing in the summer because they get hot and that kind of cooks them. So we do see quite a few batteries, and of course not as many in the cold, but AC season is almost. I bet you we're going to get a bunch of calls here after today for AC work. So there's never really a good time to check that. I mean, because is it working? Yes. Is it cooling? Until you know when it's hot, the compressor can kick on with very little refrigerant in it. Is it working 100% accurate? Probably not until you know day like today. So
yeah. So and what's kind of aside from low Freon? Well, I guess is it even Freon anymore? Are they using different chemicals these days?
It's still Freon. It's just a newer style, more expensive. Better for the environment. Okay,
cleaner, I would presume, so that's more efficient. Is that supposed to be the idea behind it?
It seems, of course, when the old refrigerant R12. That seemed to cool a lot better, faster, but a lot more harmful,
Okay, so. Yeah. Whatever it was, R36, I forget. I don't know. Don't ask the weather guy.
Yeah, R12 was been in cars for a while, and then we went to a 134. I don't know if there's much of that around anymore in the new vehicles. Now it's a 134A or a YF1234, which you use a lot less, but when you have less in there, you have a small leak. It doesn't take much for it not to work.
So I guess that's a question that then spurs in my brain. So over the time, as the systems have gotten a little more efficient, you actually have a little less coolant built in. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah. So they went to grams now, which you got to go back to your drug days to know how to put that in, but.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
so you just kind of seamlessly flowed right.
Yeah, so us Americans, use pounds and stuff, which was a lot easier for me to calculate back in the day. And now it's kilograms and whatnot going in there. So
Well, yeah, I'm fluent in both because that's the weather geek. Let's see. A text is 775-5559. What would cause a 2010 Buick 3.0 to go into limp mode? Limp mode. Okay, I guess drops into first gear and you can't go anywhere. I guess that's an interesting term, Texter.
Well, back then with the 4-speed, I'm guessing one of your shift solenoids is probably out if it's kind of sticking in first or if it's slamming in there. Usually it's part of the valve body. It's a solenoid. Usually the wire harness melts or the solenoid melts on it. And it's a little bit pricey to repair, so it gets to the point where is the car worth it? Because, I mean, there are some cheaper places in town.
Mm-hmm.
Do they stand behind it as good? I don't know, but yeah, I would guess it's a shift solenoid, like a 1-2 shift solenoid or the torque converter solenoid on it. So
okay, but that's again something y'all would diagnose and have a pretty good idea pretty quickly as to what's going on.
Yeah,
it doesn't take long to figure some of that stuff out.
Well,
What's okay? Yeah, I could tell by the way you started to answer that. What's probably one of the more difficult things to diagnose that can present itself as one problem and actually turns into be something else? Because that's what a lot of folks don't necessarily think about. It manifests itself here, but it's actually generated over here.
a lot of these diesels nowadays with their emissions on the diesel, there's multiple sensors, and if one sensor isn't reading the other one, it'll skew the other ones to cause it. So a lot of like the diesel emissions is a big thing, more than that. So anything electrical nowadays is on a LIN system, so it's kind of shares them. So if one takes one down, it'll take another one down, but you might only see the symptoms in the one part of it. So
okay, a LIN system. Okay, help the old guy out.
I should know that, but
that's okay. That's okay.
It was a long weekend.
Well, yeah, that's true. You're coming back like all of us to a 4-day week, and all of a sudden it's a lot of stuff. So it gets busy, I bet, all of a sudden.
Actually, this is we're a little slow right now. I don't know about PDQ here, but
yeah, our quick lube is really busy. Everybody's trying to get their oil change before they go to the lake.
Sure,
their long weekend, right? So
let's not leave you out. Yeah, obviously
we were really busy, and I'd say that through summers into September is our busiest month. So
yeah,
I'm really busy. Service maybe not so much,
but everybody seems to now. Is it common for a lot of folks to run their oil too far along? Is that something they forget about? I know a lot of the newer technologies have something they'll come on. They'll let you know change oil. How accurate are those lights? Because those or those gauges. Everybody, the idiot lights people want to talk about.
So I think a couple weeks ago, Josh kind of explained, but each manufacturer has an algorithm, based off how long you idle it, how many miles you've went, and how long it's been date-wise. So it's, I believe, like Josh said, it's a big algorithm per vehicle, and then whatever that algorithm comes down to, it'll let you know when you're due. A lot of time what I see, though, is it'll say low oil life, right, and it'll be 10% oil life, but they're 1,500 miles over their oil change. And we notice that off the sticker, so it is pretty common nowadays that I see people go over that 6,000-mile mark on the sticker. Whether that's neglect or they're just going off the computer system, I guess I don't know. I do understand people do get busy. So
sure. So Rydell Car Talk on a Tuesday, and service NPDQ. I apologize for leaving you off the limb there, but you know what? Yeah, it's but you're just kind of sitting over there nodding, going, okay, why is that? Oh, that's right. Yeah. So if we got 2 for 1 in the studio today. We've got Josh and Braden in studio. So if you've got a question about either a little bit of service or you want to talk about the oil change, 775-5559, you can do that. And PDQ, that means pretty darn quick for a reason, does it not? What's kind of the average rotate time through? Average. I know you're going to run into problems sometimes. It's going to get longer. But on a good day when everything goes bang, 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 bang.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And that's oil change or oil change entire rotation. We can get that done during the service and other miscellaneous little things we do. But 20 minutes is what we try to stand behind, that PDQ name. So.
Yeah, no, and it's true. I've utilized the service quite a few times on the Honda, the Toyota. I'll get there in a minute. The Pilot and the CRV. And when y'all say, and the nice thing is that you might come and say, hey, look, we've noticed the tire wear is down a little bit, or there's something else that we've noticed. We don't have to do anything about it now, but you might want to contact us, service, and see what they tell you.
Yeah, just getting pointing it out to the guest and making them aware and directing them to our service team, so guys like Josh can help out.
Yep. So y'all work in tandem was the point I was going for.
Yeah, right.
See how I got that to work? Doi. 775-5559. You're on Rydell Car Talk. Go ahead, please.
Hi. We've got a 25 Honda Ridgeline, and it just recently went in for its first oil change. But it was well over the 6,000 mile because when she brought it in, it's my wife's car. She brought it in at 6,000 miles, and it still said it was 40% oil life on it, and they couldn't change the oil at that time. Something with our sales warranty things and things like that. Now, why would that make a difference if it's? I mean, it's still 40%. So I understand, okay, you still got quite a bit of oil life left, but you're still at 6,000 miles.
Yeah, so different manufacturers have different guidelines, and I'm not 100% sure on Honda if they recommend every 10,000. Like I said, I don't know for sure, but what I have heard is at our Honda dealership, I believe it's the Honda Care is maybe what you're referring to. Comes with it's kind of like a factory maintenance with the vehicle. They say coming at every 5,000 for a tire rotation and every 10,000 for the oil change. So Honda will only pay for it if it's at 10,000 miles for an oil change. And I'm 90% sure with that. I work at the GM store, so I'm not 100%, but that is just what I've heard.
Okay. Well, I was just curious. Thank you.
Biggest thing is the manufacturer guidelines, what they're willing to pay for.
So if somebody like that wanted to find out, the best thing is just to go ahead and call and talk to somebody that can kind of help them out along the line to what they need to find out.
I know, because we have one with General Motors too, and the oil life has to be like 10 or 15% before they'll pay for it. Otherwise, it's on the guest. If they want to have a change, they can pay for it. But if you're getting it done for free, I guess gotta play by the rules. So.
Sure, yeah. I'm not going to ask you about that 20, 30, 40% number because I know that's magic. I have a 2003 Chevy half-ton pickup. Starts a text to 775-5559. It doesn't leak oil or burns, but it always is down on the dipstick. Any ideas? That's
as General Motors states, all vehicles burn oil.
Yeah.
You have a combustion, it lines the cylinder wall, a little gets left past the rings, and you don't see it, but it just slowly, those were the better ones for burning oil. So being down on the dipstick a little bit, back in the old days, you check the oil when you fill your gas up, So it's a big thing of this oil consumption. But General Motors' rate of consumption is 1 quart per 2,000 miles. Run it by hours. They got to figure out they got for that now. So I'm sure it's getting past the rings a little bit on that old 5.3. It was one of the better 5.3s. It had its problems too, but that was one of the better ones, I think.
Well, that just means the lubrication's getting where it's supposed to be getting to.
Yeah, it just, over time, your rings get a little gummy, or whatnot. But it gets past that, and it gets sent out when the intake valve opens, and you might see a little puff of smoke, but I doubt it. You drive 5,000 miles and you're down a quart. That's pretty good.
So we got Josh and Braden, Service NPDQ, in the studio here on this Tuesday edition of Rydell Car Talk, the 26th of May. I guess summer's officially started now that we're on the other side of that one holiday.
Yeah.
So that's the question. Now that summer's here, people sometimes don't necessarily think, about service on a regular basis, oil changes and such, getting your regular service done because, life gets busy in a different way. Kids are off school. There's a lot of other activities that are going on. The rule of thumb is to follow what the manufacturers tell you when it comes to oil change, for example. That's a big thing for a reason.
Yeah.
So.
Well, coolant's another thing too.
Okay.
You know, because coolant can help from freezing, but it also helps from boiling. So
Sure.
it keeps your engine cooler.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a leak this winter and you were just dumping straight antifreeze in, now granted you protected it from freezing, but now it doesn't have the abilities to keep it from boiling. So,
you know, that's an excellent point, because unless you're pouring some pre-mixed antifreeze into a vehicle, which I think they do have some of those on the market.
Yep.
If you're using straight antifreeze, you're getting, like you say, the winter protection, but summer's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, it's the same if you're dumping water in. You know, water's going to boil faster than coolant. So, but it's a happy mix.
Yeah. happy mix, happy car or truck. So you look like you've got something on your mind over there that you want to talk about. Maybe.
No,
okay.
No, fair. I guess I could. I had something. So, being that you said people get busy, right? We all get busy. Summer's the time to get everything done here in North Dakota, so other than watch hockey. But we do offer a pickup drop-off service.
There you go.
Ryan does use it, as he was talking about it today. We'll come and pick up your vehicle at work or at your home, bring it to our location, change the oil, and deliver it back. We may bug you with a phone call for payment, but that should be about it.
So, and that's a wonderful service for a lot of people who, during the course of a busy day, may not have the time to be able to do it, but they know they've got to get their vehicle in to get looked at.
Yeah, most certainly.
Yeah. So that's just one of the other services y'all have. I'll tell you what, that little truck out there, that's a pretty cool thing. You don't give rides to people.
It's only got one seat.
It's only got one seat.
Well,
it is a
little jump seat.
A real service vehicle.
I was telling Josh as we were driving here, I felt like a kid on a school bus. And he was the bus driver because, it's not the same level. It's like I said, a jump seat. And
I know exactly what that is.
Looks pretty fun. I'll bring my lunchbox next time.
Like you're going to fall out any moment now.
Yeah.
So a texter 775-5559. So according to GM, you just add oil a quart per 2,000 miles. So are they saying you actually don't have to change oil? Just add it. Got it.
I wonder that sometimes too.
Basically, you're just recycling oil.
Well, I mean, and that's normal driving. So, I mean, you see it that some are a little more excessive than others, and some are idle time is a big thing, so they started going off a 1 mile or 33 miles per 1 hour of idle time. So,
okay.
So they kind of came on with that, and then that's another factor in there. But, if you're towing a trailer, you're going to start burning a little bit more oil. So these bigger trucks, they kind of go off of 100 gallons of fuel to a quart of oil. So it gets to be a touchy subject, and I mean, I hate looking at them. I mean, there's never anything you can see wrong. So, but I guess I would still change it. The filter is a big part of that oil change. So,
because that's a diagnostic you have to just through experience, you know what you're looking at, because actually getting in, look at the rings or to look at anything else, you're tearing the engine apart at that point.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different ball game. Yeah.
And then you put it in and say you did do pistons or whatnot, and there was no scoring or anything like that. Nowadays, before we could take the motor out, do that, push it out. Now it's such a pain. You can't. So you tie up a stall, then you wait for parts. And I mean, so a lot of times that's what they got. People like us, we diagnose and get parts coming for it before we would even attempt to take it apart. So,
you're not going to get that all torn apart and go, oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all to make a dime around here. So we're not trying to make the people mad or anything like that, but it's like, if we're going to tear apart a vehicle that's running right now just to see what's wrong, to order parts, and then we have to give them a rental, which we're very short on rentals. I mean, so it's not a fun game sometimes. So
yeah. And people have to realize too that as busy as they are, you're multiplied many times over because you're servicing a whole lot of people.
Yeah. And I hate to throw parts under the bus, but a lot of times we're waiting on parts. That's one big headache with service department and parts. So.
Well, I think that's been something that's a whole other discussion for another day, but that's a macro problem right now. with a lot of stuff. So let's talk PDQ hours, because I know that's something too that a lot of folks want to know if they're, what time frame. Listen to me, sound like a school kid here. What's your hours there, mister?
Yeah, we are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then Saturdays we're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. One thing that, we do have a Rydell virtual wait list that we use. That's just where you go online, you sign up, or you can call in and sign up. For people that don't like to use that, I always say come at 6:45, be the first one there. We'll get you in.
Sure, there you go.
Yeah, we switched to that probably 4 to 5 years ago. Biggest thing is rather than I don't know if you ever remember the lines from the garage doors out to the street, we'll text you when you're one of the first 3 up and get you back so you don't have to wait an hour before you get your oil change. Yeah. At least at the dealership, you can run groceries and other errands that you need to do while you wait.
Yep. And how about your hours?
We're the same.
Yeah. Okay, they are the
7
same.
to 6 and 8 to 5, yeah.
Okay. And make sure that when you schedule an appointment with one shop, you don't go park in front of the other one, as some old guy did one time, and then wondered why his appointment time came and went. Yes, I did that. I actually did that. I know. I scheduled on your side, and then I'm sitting over there at the Toyota going, what's going on?
You'd be surprised. A lot of people do that. We'll get one, and I thought it's just Rydell, as people say. We got 3 dealerships now.
Right.
So just bear with me. I'll find it.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty funny. Of course, our good friend Arden had real laugh at my expense, which is okay. I deserved it. So.
Yeah, he loves poking fun.
Yeah, he does. Okay. Anything else here before I kick y'all loose? That as we get into the summer season.
Well, if you're shopping for tires, we still got the buy 3 get 1 for a penny, up to a certain amount. So it's and there's some rebates out there. I don't remember what they are. I don't sell a lot of tires anymore, so but it's still a good time to do that. I mean, tires in the summer, they if they're worn out, they're going to heat up and chances they could blow out. I mean, so just as winter for traction, summer is a good time for tires also. So
get them checked. And a lot of tires, they have that little wear bar, which is kind of just a guide. But if you see the wear bar visible, you certainly want to get them looked at.
Yeah, that's right about 3/30 seconds there. So
you're
especially when it starts to rain.
No traction.
Yeah.
Well, the way people drive, they don't have traction anyway. That's another story for another day. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. Anything you want to mention as we wrap up?
That's all. Thanks for listening to us, guys.
Okay, yeah, thanks for putting up with Grandpa here. It's been we're always having fun. So, all right, Rydell Car Talk every Tuesday. Josh and Braden in the shop this time. We're talking service and PDQ, so we're going to kick these guys loose. One more time, the phone number that I know is a general phone number that gets both of you, but
he probably remembers. I never call it.
Yeah.
Talking our main line.
Yeah, 701-772-7211.
And you just tell them who you need, and they will point you in the right direction.
Pretty much.
All right. Very good. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. It's always a gas. I'm having fun. I don't know about y'all. You probably got to go back to work now.
Yeah, that sucks.
Take that beautiful big vehicle for a cruise.
I wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you. Thanks, gentlemen. Mark Ewens here on this KNOX afternoon, which